Hello everyone, so big announcement. I'm currently in development of a random flow alternate version, which is going to be GeoNodes edition or random flow GE. It's going to be a separate product, and um, most of it will be GeoNode based operators coming from random flow. Now, it won't exactly copy what's in random flow using Python. This is still one of the best in terms of the way you can customize the dribble details because of the a lot of controls here. It's not going to be possible to recreate any of this in GeoNodes because while GeoNode is very powerful because of its modularity, some of the things that you can achieve in GeoNode with 20 nodes, you can achieve in Python using just 5 lines of code. Okay, so but they have their own strengths and weaknesses. If you want speed and non-modularity, you can use Python. With modularity, you can use GeoNodes. And there is some trade-off with speed and depends on how complicated your GeoNode setup is. Okay, so it's not going to be exactly the same as random flows, loop extrude, and random panels, but as you can see, this kind of looks like early random loop extrude, the way it produces its detail, and of course the way it is now um, the randomizer algorithm is much more refined because we have a lot of solvers, walk radial square, and the way this is made using GNode, it's kind of using the walk solver actually. Okay, so this is purely GNodes right now. This is what's going to be random panels version and random loop extrude version in the random flow GNodes edition or GE. And when I release this add-on, hopefully, if I can release it, uh, this would have probably I can probably do cells, scatter, tubes, and cables for start, and a few other auxiliary operators to support the main operating theme of the add-on, much like random flow with its other utility operators. And I could release the add-on in working condition with just a few operators if you're willing to support it in the store with just basically a whip or work in progress add-on. I can do that. So let me just show you the shaded version. So I can show you the modifier setup yet because it's classified for now, and also the I guess the GeoNode setup. Okay, so this is the old model that I was testing in, and this is the new one. This is using symmetry. The symmetry is, I think, last. Should we put last in the modifier list, not in the first, or after the GeoNode to make it work. Okay, so basically just add geometry and we have instant details. So I won't be able to control the result just yet because I'm keeping the modifier hidden, modifier list hidden. Okay. And let's try this with, I guess it can work with random cells. Random cells, I think, takes in consideration applied mesh, or maybe not. But random cells is probably the easiest one to replicate in GeoNodes. I was holding back because of my lack of knowledge with GeoNodes and how to replicate the main operators like random panels. So after a few experimentation, I finally get it to work. There's still some problems with the setup, but I guess as you can see, it kind of already works right now. You can basically model just a uh, basic shape and put in the GeoNode setup, and you have your own uh, chip or other stuff. And you can also control the amount of detail. And what's best with this GeoNode setup is that you have two layers for the randomization. You can have the other randomized layer or the first randomized layer as the one which has um, some most of the relaxed detail, and then the second layer will have most of the detail, and then you can mix. You can control their mixture and also randomize their mixture. So as you can see here, we have this relaxed area here and this very detailed area here. So it's not just one randomized algorithm being used on all the faces. So there we go. So it kind of randomized the detailed one here and the mostly the relaxed faces here. Okay, so in duplicate the and also the disadvantage is that the topology, of course. The topology is what you can expect with random loop extrude. The advantage of random panel is that you can merge the randomized result right to the source mesh itself using this, and we have this squatted mesh. It's different for this too. It's kind of like random loop extrude. We have the modularity, but you know, but I guess it's a bit of a trade-off. You can, depending on your baking skills or topology skills, you can just bake this detail into something from a low to a low poly mesh. Okay, so cursor to selected, and then I'm going to create cube here. Hopefully, actually, 1 to 50. Okay, let's duplicate this and cursor to selected. Oops. Cursor to selected. There we go. Delete all of this and add a cube and auto mirror. Okay, I'm just gonna split it on this side. We have that. Whoops. Forget to turn the clipping on. So let's just go to draw modifiers and oh my god. Doesn't have the use mirror. What do you say? I messed it up. messed it up. Okay, try and make a another ship. Let's hide this one. Hide, or maybe a weapon. So the auxiliary operators will be the ones to handle uh the um the way that you can apply it only to the faces that you want, because GeoNodes will only let you do that in terms of materials, but that's going to be annoying. Assigning materials just to assign it to a bunch of faces. So the auxiliary function for the add-on for that is going to be let you extract like faces, so you can for example just apply the effect on this selection without having to go through the motions of uh, assigning materials just to limit the effect of the. So more geometry in those areas will produce more um, detail. So I'm just going to um, how can I remove the modifiers? And remove clear modifiers maybe. If we clear mod object modifiers, there we go. And auto mirror XZ, there you go. So it's going to work kind of like this. Just simple way of extraction. I'm going to delete this so I can scale this without having to divide the or make the scaling pivot on this base here and then reestablish the edge loop. Okay, so we kind of like have a ship right now. So so if I get like if you want me to develop this, then I will develop it. If you don't want to me to develop it, then I'll just stay with random flow and continue to update that. It's- I want this to. I wonder if there's a codification script. Maybe not, because I want this to work. Right now, it only works kind of like random flow. It works only for quadded faces. So as you can see, the it kind of operates like random flow, the original random flow. The uh, the detail is based on the topology. Forget to press B. There we go. And There's some question here. It's just your basic. Again, I'm going to delete those, scale, and reestablish. So you can also randomize the way the height of the extrusion. So as you can see, it functions like random panels. The extrusions are randomized per island. Well, we get an error because of the mirror. And sorry, I can't show you the modifier yet. I have someone in Discord. It's funny saying that uh, he'll take my script and create like what he called node flow. So I guess it's random flow, but it's it's try and affect the shape. What is that? Oh, that's the let's just delete this. The old, and that's the problem with the. That's going to be a problem or an issue with the. If I ever make that method, yeah, that's not gonna be an issue. You can just select and that object and scale it with the other points in another mesh. Okay, that's good. I think this looks better. Let's make it wider and go to okay, and like oh that's lighting. Let's just turn it off. I have to figure out the UV as well because the lights UV actually works only if the topology is UV. But I think there's a geonode that lets you kind of basically or do a basic UV on your model. This is going to be the. Let's try and make this the cockpit. Uh, Extensions like that. I sure hope I can that these black bars in the middle of the mesh is because of the clipping not being turned on. Okay, and let's see if we can make some kind of door. Go. And of course, you can randomize the detail. It's like random flow. The only advantage here is that this is now all going to be modular. The dream of modularity has finally come. I can probably add, I think you can add normal details. So I have to research all that. I think you can add normal details, basic normal detail using geonodes. So I can do that to actually give a basic shader for this or add additional detail. So that will be the secondary. The secondary will be normal if it's possible. The bump detail. Um, I'm thinking of what I'm thinking of is bump detail using texture. I think I don't know. Maybe what the JNode can do is displacement, and that will require additional geometry. Okay, so I think this is our ship, and we can duplicate this, and then using the modifier setup, you can make the other one. You can make the other one using the seed value. You can make the other one different from this one, and then you have two ships with the same shape, overall shape, but different topology. Let's see if, oh my god. Let's see if this makes it different. It does. Most of it changed. Let's see if the size actually. Oh my god, does as well. So you're pointing. Holy cow. There we go. Let's delete this one. Yeah, this looks much better. Let's turn on the lights again. See what does. Oh, it's still ruining us. That's because this thing is not. I think I think the GNO detail will inherit um, the UV from the source mesh. Let's unwrap this and use box unwrap. Angle based cube projection. There we go. Yes, it does. And 0.05. Let's make it smaller, 300. And randomize the position of the lights. There you go. Problem right now is also when you apply this mesh, the resulting geometry is going to be, there's a bunch of doubles. I don't know where it's coming from actually. So I have to, I can easily solve it using, of course, there's a merge distance node in GN node, so I can do that. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Okay. So this evening, I'm going to try and research the UV, GNO, just a basic UV to make this work. Okay, so yeah, so tell me if you want this product, if you want me to continue this mixing tool. Oops, that's the and if you're willing to support it. Okay. So for random flow users, you're going to have a discount uh, for this add-on if it's released. It's going to be cheaper than the original. While you might think that this is powerful, I still think the Python or the original random flow is more powerful. Okay, and that is why it's the price is going to be much higher for the original. This one is going to be cheaper, and for the previous random flow owners, you're going to have a discount when this releases, and it's going to be heavily updated, of course, much like the random flow original, because I like updating my tools. Okay, so last one. Oh my god. But I do admit this is really convenient because you don't have to. It's really convenient. Um, you have more control with the original, but yeah, this is really, really convenient. You just you just put in geometry and then you have your ship. Oh my god. Hey, oops. Yeah, I think it just it's the viewport render just crapped out. Okay. Shift H. So that's it for this video. And yeah, tell me, do you want this? So I can, because if there's no if there's really no consumer demand, really I wouldn't bother. But even if there isn't, I still like it still create something small just for a personal tool. And also, disadvantage of this is that I'm going to make it much simpler than the random flow original. If you want to really, but for, I guess this is, the random flow original is more for users that has a bit of experience. If you want more advanced gribbling functionality, you can use this. But for random flow GE or GNode edition, I'm going to make this the bells and whistles or the buttons and properties very simple, so anyone can just pick it up and create something like this. Okay, so tell me what you think in the comments, and that's it for this video. Subscribe and hit notify if you have any questions. Yeah, hit the comment section and use the links in the description. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Good.